Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. Oh my gosh. I'm Creative Sarah, and I will be your creative specialist for this project today. We are celebrating blueberries, I guess. We have the cutest stencil design. I think you're going to love it. We are going to make a custom tote bag, as well as two other really cool. We have a kind of a palette board sign, and then a really awesome beaded framed sign that we're gonna do that is reusable. So I think you're gonna enjoy this. Let me get everything going and make sure that I can see all of my comments. Hi Wendy, hi Kim. And so, all right, we've got comments going. Let's see who's here. Hi Melinda, hi Anita, hi Carol, hi Margaret, and Anne, Pam, welcome. So you guys, this is our club stencil design. And if you don't know what our club is, you certainly can you can comment the word club and I'll send you a message with the information. But our club is a really cool program where you can get a subscription box, so you get a project kit every month. The cost in the US is $21.99. In Canada, it's like $26 or $27, I think. And you get a reusable silkscreen stencil, this size, so it's 8.5 by 11. You get some sort of coordinating accessory. This month, it is this cute tote bag, and you're going to get colors of ink or chalk paste depending on what the project is. This month we are using ink, so we're inking the tote bag, and we have the colors Black Velvet and Cadet. And so awesome. I'm going to show you how to create the project that comes with your kit, and then I'm going to show you two additional projects that you can use just using this transfer or this stencil and reusing it. Okay, so I give you all these options. This is the best way to use Chalk Couture on a budget. So the retail price is $21.99. You do not pay extra shipping. It is it includes shipping, so it's $21.99. If you are a Perks member, I know some of you out there, my Perks members, you get 30% off of everything. So you do get 30% off of our club. So instead of paying $21.99, you're gonna only pay $17.19. This is 30% off. So our club is an awesome way to enjoy chalk with a little monthly kit every month. You are not paying an arm and a leg. You don't have to go to the store. It comes with everything you need to use it. Your very first order will come with a mini squeegee. We use squeegees to apply all of our products over the silkscreen. So it comes with a mini squeegee, your first order. Of course, you always will get a welcome gift from me on your first order. So if you would like to check out our club, I encourage you. Hi, Judy. Hi, Mary. Mary, did you see in the VIP group that you won the first square on the Battleship game? Very excited. I'm very excited. And it was you. So you'll have to go in there and check it out. If you are new and you have never joined my group, you probably just want to comment the word VIP. You can, I'll send you a message with a link where you can join my free DIY and crafting group. You'll get more ideas, inspiration, and insider information. So, all right, you guys, let's get started. Today's keyword is blueberry. Blueberry, blueberry, all one word. You type that into the comments, and then you will get a message with a link with all the project supply things that I'm using today. Okay, and so we have 3 projects today, so we're gonna go get to it. Again, this is our blueberry, vintage blueberry stencil that I'm going to use. And, okay. My gosh, can everybody hear me okay? All right. We're going to use the blueberry stencil. And we're going to use ink. In your kit, you're going to get ink packets just like this. But because I like to save these and use them at my workshops and things like that, so I'm going to use my jars of ink. Same stuff, I just have the bigger jars. So you'll just see me using those jars instead. Now, there's a couple things you can do for ink. So when you put the ink on fabric, it soaks in and it dyes that fabric. So we do want to put something in between this bag so that it doesn't get on the other side of fabric. We've designed these amazing ink mats. You can use the ink mat. It goes in. It is sticky, and so your fabric will stick to that, okay? And it gives you a nice flat place to squeegee over your design. If you do not have one of those and you are a club member and you just got your kit, you can literally put anything in there. You could put a piece of cardboard, you could put a Cricut mat, you could put some parchment paper, just anything to kind of stop that spread of your ink. We encourage, though, to use the ink mat because of the fact that it is sticky, it is reusable, and it's very handy. All right, so I'm just going to peel this apart like a sticker. I'm peeling off that backer sheet, and I am keeping this because I will put my stencil right back on it after I wash and have this dried. So now I'm just going to line this up kind of, well, I just want to kind of get it centered. I'm going to have to turn it like this, you guys. So I got to face it to get it as centered as I can. And I'm just eyeballing it. If you like to use a ruler or whatever, that's fine. But I'm just eyeballing it. It is a bag, so it will open up. I think that looks really nice. Now, notice that I just laid it down, stuck it down, because I want it to stick really well to my fabric. You don't fuzz it. You don't do anything special. So there we go. I am so, hi Chris, hi Julie, hi Terry. So if you are watching on YouTube, listen up. There is a pinned comment. I commented, and it says, click here or it says today's supply list, and it has an arrow to that link. If you want the information for the club or you want the information for the projects, just click on that link, because I can't send you a message. You have to click on that link in order to get the information. So it's all there for you, Sherry. Awesome sauce. Hi, Elena. Oh gosh, I am clearly running low on all of my cadet. It is a nice color. Okay, so I'm going to apply my ink colors. And I know I'm just gonna pick up some ink with my squeegee, and I'm just gonna kind of be careful. I am gonna do, actually, I feel like that's just a little too much ink, because I'm gonna do these little bars at the top. And so we just have the black and the blue. So this blue is called Cadet. It is kind of our darkest, naviest blue that we have. We have a lot of blues, but Cadet is our dark one. I know where I live. Where are you guys from? Where are you from? Put it in the comments. I live in Michigan, and right where we live, we are in southwest Michigan. And so this area here, we have a lot of blueberry farms, and blueberries are very popular here. We love blueberries. They're awesome. And I am going to go ahead and do a few different things on here blue, and then I'm going to do the rest in our black. But when I saw what this design was, oh my goodness, I was so super excited, because blueberries are really popular around here. So how cute to use my little tote bag. For my groceries, I'll pop it into my car, and then I'll have it. Sometimes we go and get go to the farmer's market, and we get the blueberries. You can bring your own bags. So I just think this is going to be adorable. However, as you will see today, I am going to share many different ways to use this stencil design. And because it's reusable, you guys are going to be able to create lots of cool things with just one stencil. Okay. And I'm just going to look over this and make sure everything is covered, everything I wanted to be blue. I think I'm going to go ahead and do pick your own. We have some You Pick blueberry farms as well, which is always a fun little activity to do. From California. I know in the upper peninsula, oh yeah, in the UP you can get blueberries and strawberries. Oh yes. Strawberries are my favorite fruit, but blueberries are a close second or third, I would say. I do love strawberries and cherries. I grew up in Ohio, and we had the cherry festival when I was growing up. Not in Michigan, we have a cherry festival too, but in Ohio we had the cherry festival. And so it was just a fun, tradition every year that we got to go enjoy everything cherries. And my grandparents at their home had a cherry tree, and we would go over there, and sometimes if we timed it out right, we could go pick cherries from their cherry tree, and they were so delicious right off the tree, and we had some cherry farms, call them cherry farms, by us, and you could go, one of my favorite things was you could go get your cherries, and inside their little barn, I guess, their shop, I guess, they had a pitting machine. So if you wanted your cherries pitted, you would take your baskets of cherries and you like put them into this machine and it would pit them for you. For the most part, might miss a few, but it was so fun as a kid to like watch that. So fruit is fun. All right, so all I've done is just kind of covered all of the silkscreen areas with my ink. Now this is ink, not chalk. We are putting it on this canvas bag. It will be permanent. If this bag needs washing, you can throw it in the wash machine. You can dry it in the dryer. This ink will be permanent, okay? So there are a couple things we need to do. Oh, yum, I love cherries. Hi, Erica. Oh, Northwest Ohio. That's where I grew up. Well, maybe North Central Ohio. We're like halfway between Toledo and Cleveland. And Wendy, you're from Vermont. I feel like they have cherries or they have blueberries in Vermont. I think that's okay. Oh, you guys, it looks so good. Now, there's a few things we're gonna need to do with this. I'm gonna wash this right away. I'll just wash it right in front of you. We're gonna set this aside because we have to dry it. You can do a couple things. I will use these wipes, but I'm gonna grab my board eraser with a little bit of water, and I'm just going to kind of get all that ink off of the stencil as much as I can. Okay, that's pretty good. And then we can squeeze this out. Oh, there's a lot of pigment in the blue and the black, so there's a lot of pigment coming through. All right. Then I'm just going to give this a good wiping, and I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. So we do wash our transfers just like this. You can wash it, you can take it to the sink and put it in, you can run water over it and just wash it with water. I'm gonna do a quick cleaning because I'm showing you 3 projects, so I want to get this cleaned and dried fairly quickly. All right, there we go. It's looking good. We got a lot of blue. That blue pigment is strong. I think I'm gonna run it, I'm gonna take my drying rag and just kind of wipe this off. And I'm gonna do one more of my disinfectant wipes. You wanna make sure that it is a disinfectant wipe and not a baby wipe or a skin wipe or anything like that, because those have skin conditioners, which are not good for the adhesive on that stencil. So all of our stencils have adhesive on the back, and that is how it sticks to your project or to your surface that you're using. Now we have to do a couple things in order to make this permanent. First, we have to dry it completely. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my quick dry tool, and I'm gonna dry this as much as I can. And in order to not I'm gonna give it a really good start on getting dried. But if you're at home, you can use a hair dryer, you can use a quick dry tool. You can also just leave it set out overnight and let it dry, air dry. Ink will take a while to air dry. You wanna get it all the way dry. What I'm gonna do is set this aside after I get a good start of drying, and we're gonna do our other projects, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna heat press this. And that is how you ensure that it is permanently in your fabric. Permanent in the fabric. Hi Lisa, hi Diane, hi Debbie. grew up in South Bend, and oh, Stephanie, yeah, South Bend is pretty close to us. Pretty close. All right, so setting this aside, that way you're not watching me dry this for like 30 minutes. All right, so I'm going to use this again, but in order to do that, I have to make sure it's completely dry. So there's a lot of drying here. So I have my fuzzing cloth, if you know what that is. If you don't, it's something we use to fuzz our transfers, to put a little lint on them if we are sticking them to something like wood. And on the other side of our fuzz cloth, we have microfiber, perfect for drying your sticky transfer, because that microfiber will absorb the water, but it will not stick to your adhesive. So when you peel this off, it is not only dry, but it is sticky again. So perfect. All right, so I'm gonna let that sit for a second. If you don't have the cloths, don't worry, you can air dry this. Just make sure that it is laying with the sticky side facing up so that you don't have any issues with it sticking to the surface when it dries. All right, so the second project that we're gonna do is using our beaded, this is a beaded frame, and it's got two sides to it. So we have like a black that looks like a chalkboard, and then we have a white that is obviously just white, and that's what I'm gonna show you today. So I'm gonna actually slide this surface out. My hands are a mess. I'm just gonna take this out. We're gonna leave our beaded frame as it is, and I'm gonna take this. We have this cool checker pattern. This is a different, and I'm realizing that I forgot to put this on your list, but right now we have a couple. We have this cool checker pattern, but we also have like a couple different buffalo check style of patterns. I'm going to use this check, and I want to kind of center it. Eek. Okay, so I want to kind of get that centered, not using my inks. And we're going to use some cadet chalk paste. Now this is a paste, not a paint. So if you have never used it before, it's a little thicker, more pasty, but you know, surprisingly smooth and creamy, but it's still kind of, I would still describe it as a paste and not a paint. I am going to use my small squeegee, and I'm just going to create this image, like this checkerboard pattern. Okay. On this checkerboard pattern, we have a bit of, I guess I don't even need to do this whole thing. We have, I'm going to be turning this, I'm going to be reusing this and turning it to make another design. And it has registration marks on it, which are going to help me to line up the pattern. Okay. All right, so I'm going to set this down. Oh my gosh, I have stuff all over me from cleaning up, I'm sure. Okay. I'm gonna peel this. We're gonna stick it right here, and I'm gonna dry this. Because I need to go over it again. Just to get it dry. If you are just tuning in, our keyword today is blueberry, B-L-U-E-B-E-R-R-Y. And what that means is, if you comment that word, I will send you the project supply list for this whole like all the tools I'm using, all of the things. You'll get a link to that, and so you can check those out. This is our club project. If you don't know what our club is, I always say it's a way to get creative on a budget, okay? Because every month you're gonna get a project kit sent to you. It's $21.99 retail. It's 30% off for our Perks members, so it's only $17 a month for our Perks members. Good. People scare me. They need to stop scaring me. What's this?
Some package. It's like wiry.
You know what this is? I am so excited.
I forgot. We requested this, didn't we?
What?
Tax return.
Way to go.
We had to request it, remember?
Yeah, well, we didn't, but we did.
Yeah.
Because people don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I ordered something. This is pretty quick.
It was jammed in the mailbox.
Was it jammed in the mailbox?
Yeah.
Maybe we have a...
Temporary thing again.
Maybe we have a sub. Ooh, you guys, it's my florals.
Oh, okay.
Yay! I'm so excited. Fall is coming, and I am going to...
Yeah, people don't want to hear that.
I mean, I got some really cool florals. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. This is not completely dry. My brain, can you tell? My brain is thinking. All right. Let's get this dry. I guess this brand new, I just opened this. It's taken a little bit longer to dry. That's interesting. It must be so... All right, hopefully that is good and dry, because what I'm gonna do, I need to line this up again. And I'm gonna get chalk paste all over my hands. Oh, shoot. It's got a little bit of an angle. Hold, please. I keep putting too much of an angle on it. There we go. Okay. Now we are going to fill in the little blank spaces to get our little checkerboard, kind of like a little gingham. And probably we'll do another row, because I'm gonna all right, that looks good. I am a mess, if you are not sure. Totally a mess. I'm gonna hang this again right here. This time, I'm gonna clean off the little registration marks. That'll take just a second, because I pasted those. I'm using a reusable surface, so this surface is washable and reusable, and so when you chalk, hold on, I need to use my Q-tips more often. We'll get this cleaned off. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to use a fresh one and just wipe that blue. What's happening?
How do you spell Keurig?
K-E-U? I don't know.
Okay.
You're asking the wrong... I'm not a speller.
Yeah, well, I'm spelling it K-U-E.
K-U... Okay. I don't know.
I'm just labeling this box and putting it in.
If you want to know what 2 plus 2 is, you can ask me. But don't ask me how to spell. Hi, Peggy. Hi, Kathy. Hello. Hi, Miriam. And Wanda and Lee. Welcome, you guys. Go ahead and if you're brand new, go ahead and comment VIP. I'll send you a link. I've gotten into a whole thing here. We're doing a project which I am full of chalk. This is sometimes how it goes. Okay. All right, so I've got that cleaned off. I'm gonna do, oh no, I'm not. I'm leaving it because I don't have anything on the edge. You're not gonna see the edge. The edge, my friends, will go into the frame. So I am gonna wash this transfer over here in my water bucket. So it just takes 1 minute to do that. Doesn't take too long, but we'll get it nice and cleaned. Oh man. Okay. Sorry for going off camera, but I'm just letting you know that I'm washing off this transfer, this silk screen. We're gonna set it aside to dry after I'm completely done washing it with getting all of that chalk off of it. Okay.
Should be right back, folks. I don't even know where I'm looking.
Yeah, you don't. He looks at the TV. He's like,
Well, I'm
No.
looking at TV, see if I can see if it shows up there where I should.
No, because I'm not watching myself. I'm watching comments over there.
I don't know what I'm doing. You're right.
Hey, Sharon, welcome. Hi, Denise.
It's one of those.
Yeah, you both of them. See, I've
Oh, that's where I can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole lot over there. Let's try it. Let's try it, you guys. Hi, Dorothy. Okay. So I want to tell you, if you're watching from YouTube, there is a pinned comment, and it's from me. It probably says from Creative Sarah, and it says, no, it says Sarah Paige-Gruber. Today's project supplies, and it has an arrow. If you click that link, it's going to take you to everything you need for today's project, the club, and everything. So if you're commenting blueberry or you're commenting club, you can get to it from that link. Facebook, you also have a pinned link, if you didn't know, that you can get to. But when I say to comment the keyword, Facebook will send you a message. Instagram will send you a message. Okay, so we've got a little more than half of this covered in our blue. Okay, now don't hate me, but I'm gonna take a little, and we're gonna see if this will work, to do a little light sanding. Good. Just a little light sanding on that. And then I'm gonna wipe everything off. Okay. That looks good. I'm glad I wore black today. All right, now. I'm gonna take this transfer. Oops, it's a little, I never dried it, I don't think, from the second time. Oh, maybe I did. There's a little bit of wet on there. And I'm going to I'm just gonna use the blueberry. And I'm gonna pull out, oh, not this, my cadet chalk again, but this time we're gonna add a little green for the leaves, and we're gonna do a little brown for the stems. So I am just gonna get that going. So we'll just have a little different look to this project. Now, if you wanted, you could do the entire, project using the whole thing. Like, you'd turn it and use the whole thing, but I'm just gonna do this little rendition, if you will. And I'm using eucalyptus for the green color. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is the exact color I want, but we're gonna see how it looks. So I missed a little bit of this here. Okay, so those are done. And then our blue. I'm actually going to go in with a little, okay, so we have a color called Berry. That might be too, maybe I will do, maybe Currant Jam. Okay, so Currant Jam, it's a little purpley, and I'm just gonna hit like a little bit of each blueberry. Oh, I forgot a leaf. We'll go back in. So I'm just gonna hit a little bit of each of those blueberries with a little of this Currant Jam color. It's kind of a purpley color. Let me go back and do this leaf. And I gotta work fast because I can see that it's drying already. In fact, I'm gonna lift this up and then go back down. Okay, now we're gonna go over, actually, we also have our Regal. Where do I have that color? Regal is a little darker purple. That's one of our new on Vogue. Well, it's not new. We had it, but they brought it back. Let me go in with a little bit of the darker purple. I just realized, because blueberries are blue, but they can also have a little bit of purple. All right, so there we're getting the tricolor blueberry effect here. And the last thing I'm gonna do is just cover over the blueberries with the blue color. And I am a little bit blending as I do that. And then I'm gonna lift. Ooh, that looks cool. Now, I am going to wash this. Because we're using it a third time. Okay. Oh, my water is so blue now. I'm gonna go ahead and wash it again. Oof. Ah, stay. There we go. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm on a roll. Wait till you see. I'm not done with those blueberries, so don't worry if you're like, Sarah, what are you making? This isn't right. Just wait. It's a whole process. I probably should have done that project last. Okay, this is gonna get set aside to dry. And then clean off these. We're gonna do a little painting like watercolor. Oh, I need another. Oh, I have one. I have another towel. Yay. Hi, Deborah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're gonna set this aside as well. Okay. Now, I'm gonna dry this. I'm gonna get those two spots off, and then I'm gonna do a little painting to pop my blueberries. And to fill in, so what I'm gonna do is, this will be dried, and then I'm gonna go in and paint to fill in the color. but this has to be dry. And I'm going to use a Q-tip to get my little spots off here. Okay. I bet our ink is drying nicely. Okay, we'll save that and dry this off. Okay, I'm gonna take one of our color trays and I'm gonna put a mixture of our Regal, which is a nice purple color, and our blue, which is Cadet. And I'm gonna kind of mix it up to make a hybrid purpley blue, and I'm gonna add some water. Goodness. Hi Peggy, welcome you guys. The keyword today is blueberry, and we are playing around with our club design for the month. So I made this really pretty purpley blue color. And I'm going to grab a couple small paint brushes, and I'm going to dip into that, and I'm going to start over here where it's hard to see, and I'm just going to kind of fill in the outline, and I'm going to try to blend some of the colors. Just like that. And same with this one. As I'm painting in, kind of trying to blend some of those colors that are behind. There we go. I don't know if the camera is picking this up as much as you can see it here in real life, but in real life it looks really cool, but I don't know that the camera is so much picking it up. And try to blend those, you know, the pattern behind. Trying to stay in the lines. Okay. Looks really cool. I'm trying to blend out this square, maybe that square too. The more water you mix, the more you will reconstitute this color behind it, and you can kind of blur those lines, which is what I wanted to do. Like really blur that square. get more of that purple color. And I can see my the other colors as well. I'm trying to look at my camera. I'm trying to look at you guys. It's looking pretty good. All right, I'm gonna clean off this brush. Trust the process is 100% right, Denise. Trust the process. Now, I'm going to use I guess I'll use a little of the eucalyptus, okay? And we're going to just wet that down and fill in parts of the leaves. Like, you still want to see the ribbing on those leaves. But for the most part, I'm just going to kind of blend and fill. So you get a look, but you still see that ribbing. And I could go in with a little darker green if I'm honest, that might be what I want to do. And then I'm going to take my tiniest brush. I'm going to add the tiniest a bit of our espresso chalk to some water. And we're just going to fill in our branches. I'm using the tiny brush because it's a tiny spot. Okay, there we go. I think this is excellent. I'm gonna dry and then take a look, because there's a lot of wet going on. There's a lot of wet going on. If you're just tuning in, today's keyword is blueberry. We're also working with our club, which if you sign up, if you join our club in July, you're gonna get the kit that I'm showing today with the tote bag, the stencil, the 2 ink colors. And if it's your first time joining club, if you're brand new, you will get that mini squeegee as well. Okay, I just need to look, ooh, I really love, okay. I'm kind of loving what's happening. I think I'm gonna work a little bit on this one here. Just, all I wanna do is lighten these lines a little bit, because remember how I'm trying to erase the square behind. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of this lighter purpley color, like a tiny bit. Not a lot at all. But when I add that, there we go. There we go. So awesome. I'm going to add some of that purpley over here too. Let's get a little on all of them. Okay, now dry it. I think this is going to come together really awesome. I'm loving the look of the blueberry for kitchen stuff. Like the cute, like checkerboard and this. I'm really thinking kitchen. All right. Now, all of these little things, because I'm not sure. Take this little lid off. All right. Let's pop this in here and see how it looks and what I can do to embellish. Oh my gosh. My next project should be pretty easy and straightforward. Oh, this looks really cool. Okay, so here I have, you guys see, let me show you. Okay, I have like a little, apparently I have never invested in any blueberry blueberry embellishments before. This is really cute to like pop on there. With or without? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I kind of like it without. All right, let's set this one aside. When we're doing the big reveal at the end, we'll go through and see if I need greenery or not. Okay, so there we go. So far. We're not 100% positive. Okay. The ink on the canvas is almost dry, so let's go to our third project. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything kind of wiped up and moved away so I have room to work. That would be helpful. We opened a lot of chalk. We are gonna use this one. We are not using this one. Okay, so what I'm doing for this next project, you guys, we have a really cool, we're gonna play with some wood surfaces here. And let me get this. I'm gonna clean out my paintbrushes because that's a major must. You wanna clean your paintbrushes pretty quickly after you use them. Okay. And the little brown one. Okay. now that I have that out of the way. All right, so I am building a surface and I'm starting with wood. This is not what my surface is going to be, but I'm going to demonstrate for you what I'm doing. So when you're painting with chalk paste, there are a couple ways to do it. I just showed you how to do it with adding water and doing like a watercolor technique. I am going to paint this just by dipping into my paint or my paste and painting with, I mean, this is a little bit of a wet brush, but it's not completely wet, and I have not added any water to my paste. So this is straight paste. It is creamy, so it's not like thick and dry, you know, drier. That can happen. But you're just gonna cover your surface like this. Once you have your surface covered in the color you want, okay, you're gonna let this 100% dry. Oh, thanks, Peggy. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Hi, Sinful. Hi, Crab-a-Daddy, and Charlotte. Hi, Tammy. So once you do this, you're gonna go ahead and let this dry. Dry, dry, dry. It will take time to dry, whatever. We're just gonna set that aside. Magic of TV, I have one that's dry. Okay, so this is completely dry. I'm gonna grab my crackle. Now, the reason why I painted this is because I want my surface to have a vanilla color with blue cracks showing through. So I'm gonna take my crackle. This is in the project supply list, so you'll be able to see what this is. And I'm just applying it over top of what I've already done, which is my paste color. If you apply this crackle to just the plain white surface, then the cracks that you get are going to be white. So if you want your surface white, definitely paint your surface before you do the crackle. So you're gonna be doing like a double paint. Well, once you have it all covered in your crackle medium, you're going to dry it. It takes longer to dry than the paste. So we're talking full speed, maybe 15-20 minutes using a dryer, hair dryer, something. Quick dry tool, whatever. I'm gonna set these aside because you guys, I already have one dry for you. Yay! Okay, so what I'm doing is creating, using a palette, like a palette board sign. I have painted this blue. I have painted the crackle over top. It is completely dry. The next step is I'm going to paint with vanilla. Vanilla is our off-white color, and I'm going to paint, I'm going to get a fresh, clean paintbrush, and I'm going to paint vanilla over top. Now, when you're painting over crackle, you want to go in one direction, okay? So just keep painting. You don't want to go back and forth because it kind of messes up like that crackle. That crackle starts right away when you're placing that paint over it. There we go. And as it dries, it will start to crackle. And I do want, I just want to kind of get that nice even coverage. Obviously, wherever you're putting it thicker, it's going to take longer to dry. we're gonna do a little bit of distressing after the crackle even on this board. But I just need to get everything covered in vanilla. So it might help to, like, on a surface of this size, paint down, you know, a third of the way, and then go a third of the way more, and then a third of the way, the rest of the way. Okay, so pretty much we are covered in vanilla. You could still see my brush strokes, and so that's kind of what I was trying to fix, but I'm, you know, by the time it starts crackling, you're not gonna notice really the brush strokes, especially because I'm gonna do some sanding. So I'm gonna wash out my paintbrush. Hi, Emily. Welcome, you guys. If you're brand new, you can comment the word VIP. I will send you a link where you can join my free DIY and crafting group. You will get more ideas, inspiration, and insider information. Also, for today's project, the keyword is blueberry, and you can comment the word blueberry right in the comments, and I'll send you a message with a link where you can join my free DIY and crafting group. Now you're gonna get more idea, or no. I literally just said, like, my VIP thing for blueberry. That is not correct. I literally was just talking out of my head. You comment blueberry, you're gonna get a message with a link for the project supplies that I'm using, not my VIP group. So please pay no attention to, like, the words that are coming out of my mouth. Just get my brain waves. I don't know. Look at this crackle, you guys. Look at that. Now, we really need to dry this as well. Everything needs to get drying is the key to all the things on your surface once it's prepared, okay? Because we need everything, like, adhered to each other. And this needs to dry. After I have this, pretty well, I am such a mess. Oh my gosh. Hi, Grammy. Hi, Ann. Hello, Angel, Brenda, Vicky, and Becky. Goodness. If you have ever thought about trying the products that I use, this is a really, really great way and a budget-friendly way. And the reason why I'm saying it like this, to join our club is a budget-friendly way. It keeps you on track. You're going to get a project every month to create. And it's very inexpensive. The retail price is $21.99. You do not pay shipping. Okay? You don't pay shipping. That is huge. So many subscription boxes out there are like, you're paying $20, $30, $50, and then you're paying shipping on top of it. And I don't know about you, but shipping is not my favorite thing to have to pay for. It really isn't. So that's why I love, all right, I'm literally gonna set this and let it rest for a second. And I'm gonna pull back over my original project. The one that we were using, the blueberry tote bag, okay? And this blueberry tote bag is the kit that comes this month with our club. So you get everything you need to create this. Now, what we're gonna do next, because this is dry, we are gonna heat set it. Now you don't need anything fancy. You don't need anything fancy. all you need is an iron or a heat press if you happen to have one. I happen to have a heat press, which I'm going to use. However, if you have an iron, you can use that too. And I'm going to give you some directions right now on what we're going to do. So if you are using an iron at home, you are going to pay attention to the fabric that you're heat setting. This fabric, there is a tag. This fabric is 70% cotton, 30% polyester. So if your fabric was 100% cotton, you're gonna put your iron, turn it or whatever to the cotton setting, okay? If you're using a heat press for cotton, 100%, you're gonna do 300 degrees, easy peasy. When there is a blend, this is a blend, it's 70% cotton, 30% polyester. I'm gonna turn it down. So you're gonna take that and it's gonna be under the cotton. You're gonna go a little bit less than cotton. For me, I'm gonna take, instead of going to 300, I'm gonna go to 280, okay? 280. And then I'll heat set it at that. So it's a little bit less than cotton. If you're working with another fabric that I didn't mention, you're gonna have to like Google it, because I'm not the expert and I also don't manufacture the product, the heat elements. So all you have to do is Google, what temperature setting should I turn my heat press to when I'm, heat pressing, I don't know, whatever the other fabrics are, right? Polyester, or I don't know. I really don't know. That's why I'm telling you I don't know. Hi, Susan. Hello, Yolanda and Cindy. So I hope that is a little, clears that up for you for heat pressing. Now, I have just a 9-inch heat press. And so that's not going to cover this whole thing. So I'm going to heat press part of it. We're going to go 30 seconds on this side, 30 seconds over there. And then normally we would turn it inside out and do 30 seconds on the other side as well. If you're ironing, you need to keep the iron moving. It works in a different way than a heat press does. So you're going to keep it moving for 4 minutes. You're going to set a timer and just watch a show or whatever and iron that front for 4 minutes. Then you're going to flip it inside out and iron that back for 4 minutes. And then it should be done. I'm going to teach you how to make sure it's done based on your inking. Like if you are heavy-handed or put a lot of ink, it may take longer to dry. It may take longer to heat press. But I'm going to give you all my tips and tricks while we are here today. So my this live that I do for the club each month usually is a little bit longer because we do the 3 projects. All right, so there, I've done this. Ooh, that feels really good. So the way you know if you are done is that your ink feels pretty smooth. Like it's not tacky at all, right? Like it's not tacky. It is nice and smooth. So this feels pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and turn it inside out. And we will heat press the inside, or the inside of it. So again, I'll just hit that timer. Mine has a timer, yours may not. You may have to start your own. Let me know if you have any questions about inking, heat pressing the ink to make sure that it's permanent, or about our club. because we are using all the club projects or all the club products today. And we're going to finish off those other two. Easy peasy. And it's going to be wonderful. Oops, I forgot to set my timer. All right. And your fabric will be hot after, obviously. So you do kind of want to like air it out a little bit before you touch it directly. You don't want to burn yourself for sure. Okay. I can see the steam, like there's steam that comes up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back the way it was. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I just love it. Oh, and it feels great. And like I said, you guys, when your fabric is done, it is permanent. This can go in your wash machine. This can go in your dryer if you need to dry it. This is such a perfect little tote to put in your car for those, you know, you may not know you're gonna stop. Oh, look, there's a farmer's market. I'm gonna stop. You can grab this and you can fill your tote while you're there. So great, so easy. All right, so one project done. We will set it here. I'm gonna hang it. I'm gonna bring over this, which has been setting there for a minute. I feel like I need to dry it a little bit more. Actually, you know what? I love my quick dry tool, but I'm gonna call in the big guns real quick because I have a very high power, and this will dry it all the way through. This side down here has not been dried. Okay. We're gonna say that feels a lot better. Okay, now the last thing to do before we're ready to chalk on this is we're gonna wax it. So waxing your surface is going to seal that top coat, the chalk paste. It's gonna kind of seal that in there. It's gonna protect your surface and it's gonna protect your transfer. Oh goodness, I have like a hair or something, I don't know. All right, and the key here is smooth. You want it to be smooth. You don't want it to feel waxy. So if you need to work on it a little more, go ahead. Oops. I'm gonna do a little trick that I'm gonna use the other side and do a little bit more of that blending in of my, because I can feel that. Okay, and the trick is you want to not feel it, and that is good and smooth. All right, You can add a little, like you can do, if you feel like you got it too thick in one spot, you can kind of put a little warm air on it. Okay. All right. And now we're going to take our transfer. This is our stencil that we've been using, our stencil, and we're going to place it onto the surface. And for this, I'm going to use our black. I was thinking I was going to do blue again, but I'm actually not, because we have those blue cracks. So I am actually not. We are going to get in here, and the whole thing is going to be black. So I'm using my small squeegee, which gives me a lot more surface area to move when I am spreading the chalk paste. There we go. And the last little bit, there we go. Okay. Now I'm going to carefully peel this up. The reason why I'm going so slow is because of my crackle finish. Sometimes this will peel up that crackle finish a little bit, which is okay, because the whole point of the crackle is to make it look old and worn, but we just don't want too much peeled off. That looks pretty good, except right here I'm going to go back and I'm going to add a little bit more of that vanilla colored chalk paste. All right. Okay. So how to do that? First, dry all the black. We've got lots of blue showing through. It looks really good. Apparently everything is taking forever to dry today. Like, I don't think it's humid down here. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are there days where things just don't dry as great for you? So I'm going to use the little brush and just kind of go in and add some of this back. And you have to dry in between. Thank you, Sahar. Thank you. Okay. No, I think we are perfectly done. I'm going to show you everything. All right, let me bring everything back. Just to remind you, we have our very vintage blueberry on a pallet sign crackle. You guys can see that crackle. Oh, same camera, sorry. And then our very berry with the check pattern, just a blueberry, okay? This will be great as a, do you guys do you do clusters when you're decorating where you put like 3, 5 things out together at one time? Because that's what I do. And so I like to have varying heights, and this will give you height with your colors and your theme, like the blueberries. And so I can put a bunch of little things, medium-sized things, I could use risers, whatever, and I have no words, so I'm not blocking anything. It's not the focal point of the whole decor piece. It's just gonna be like that background piece, which I love, and you need that sometimes. And then we made our blueberry tote. So you guys, so many cool things that you can do with this club stencil design. If I'm just gonna say it one more time, if you want to get this, it's only available in July because we do 1 kit a month, and you can only get it if you're in the club. So to join the club, you can comment the word blueberry and you'll get the project supplies for this. Plus you'll get that club. Or you can just comment the word club, C-L-U-B, and you can just sign up and get the club. It's $21.99. If you're a Perks member and you're not a club member, you can join club for $17.19 a month. There is not added shipping, you guys, so you don't pay extra shipping for club. Well, I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. Lots of really cool things to do with the blueberries. It's only available during July, so make sure you get it before we run out. And I will be back live with you later this week, so hopefully you can catch me again 2 p.m. on Friday, and have an awesome rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.